You know, I've kind of gone back and forth on like how to articulate lessons learned from the election of Donald Trump in the United States. And one of the things that I'm starting to really see is this unapologetic appointment of people who are his people.
Welcome to Impact and Fulfillment with Coach Mike D, where you'll gain practical wisdom and dynamic insight from amazing conversations to live your best life.
Yo, dig this! I'm back with another episode of Impact and Fulfillment. Pray everybody is well, and hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving holiday with family and friends if you are in the United States. If you're not in the United States, I hope you've had a great week and you're making the most of the time that you have with those that you love. Okay, so dig this, man. Today's episode, I really want to drop something, and I want you all to listen to it, process it, but then I really want you to take action on it. Put your people in positions to win and support them in winning big. Put your people in positions to win and support them in winning big. You know, I've kind of gone back and forth on like how to articulate lessons learned from the election of Donald Trump in the United States. And one of the things that I'm starting to really see is this unapologetic appointment of people who are his people. The unapologetic appointment of folks that are his people. It's like if you pay attention to the moves that are being made, whether people on paper are qualified or not, he is very much unapologetic about putting his people in positions to win. And it's interesting, whether you agree with him or don't, whether you voted for him or not, there are lessons everywhere. And to me, this is a very clear reminder that we need to be unapologetic about putting our people in positions to win and then supporting them so that they win big. One of my core theses or however you would say it, right, is that the wrong people have won for so long. It's not that things haven't been great or things haven't been bad. It's not that circumstances haven't happened, etc. I think we suffer from the fact that for the longest time, the wrong people have been winning. The wrong people have been elevated into positions of power. And I think it's time for a revolution of the right ones winning and winning big. But the only way that the right ones win is if those that are in positions of power, influence, prestige, etc., if they are unapologetic about making sure that the right ones get in the right positions. And, you know, it's like, this is for me kind of unpacking some perspectives. But, you know, historically, there's kind of been this narrative about legislation, right? You need to legislate, you know, morality, or you need to legislate, you know, various policies to ensure this or that happens. And it's like, you can legislate proximity, but you can't make people really feel it. You can't make people truly have a relationship with it. You can legislate proximity, but you can't legislate relationship. Okay, folks have to want to have relationship. And what's interesting about it is when you start understanding how power moves and how individuals who achieve prominence and success move, it's not necessarily about legislative stuff. It's more so about putting people in positions that can succeed. It's about aligning individuals in the right way and supporting them so that they can move forward. And it's also about making sure that those individuals that you put in positions of prominence or positions of power are capable of succeeding, right? So that means you might have to make sure that the tools are around them to do so. But it's not necessarily about policy in doing so. It's about being in the right position and then being unapologetic about making sure that you put your people in the right positions as well. And so again, it's an interesting phenomenon. And I think sometimes, and this is interesting from the perspective of being an African American, right? Like sometimes in spaces, we don't want to appear to be quote unquote too black. So we don't want to just bring all black people into the mix, right? Because we don't want folks to look at us and say that, okay, you're just doing this because. And my retort to that would be that definitely people should be qualified. But if these folks are my people and I believe that my people can succeed and I think my people can do a really good job, if I'm in a position of power or influence, guess what? It's time to be unapologetic about bringing your people in. Now, how do you define your people? Like some people simply define their people, air quotes, on the racial lines, right? Across racial lines or ethnic background or religious belief or family unit. Maybe your people are folks who are alumni of various universities, right? Maybe your people would be defined as someone who's a part of a certain fraternity or sorority or, Masonic order, right? However you define your people, that's up to you, right? Don't limit yourself or don't limit your people to just one or two specific groups, but think about it through the lens of you need to be unapologetic in making sure that your people are in positions to succeed and make sure that you support them so that they can win big. And again, taking a note from what's happening with the recent United States presidential election and all the appointments that are happening, he is unapologetic. He's putting people in positions that are his people, and he's going to exercise every power that's at his disposal to make sure that they succeed. And again, this is not about whether you agree with the person or not. It's about learning from the moves that are being made. I have one of the chapters in my book, or one of the laws in the 33 laws of impact and fulfillment, is to open source your learning and closely guard your counsel. Meaning you learn from anywhere and everywhere, right? There are lessons to be taught any and everywhere. But as it pertains to counsel, you closely guard who you let in and who you allow to counsel you, which might influence your decision making. So learn from everybody. Learn from the good, learn from the bad, learn from people you agree with, learn from people that you totally disagree with, right? Vehemently learn from them. But when it comes to counsel, closely guard your counsel. Don't allow people who you're not aligned with to counsel you, because that's where your decisions could be swayed by somebody that's not in alignment with your beliefs, right? So we got to be careful there. But listen, put your people in positions to win and do so unapologetically. But, and I would say but guard yourself from simply creating the term your people across small lines, right? Don't just define your people as just people of a certain ethnic group, racial group, religious group. You're just your family, just your friend group, just people from a certain area, just people from a certain country. I mean, be mindful of not necessarily limiting yourself and limiting your people, air quotes, to just small groups, and open yourself up to realize that you have multiple identities that, you align with multiple groups. So there are a lot of people that will be considered your people, but whoever those people are, make sure that you unapologetically put them in positions to win and then support them in winning big. The time is now. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise. Make sure to grab a copy of my book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment. And until next time, I will holler at you. Peace.
I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Coach Mike D everywhere on social media. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise.